A rally on the steps of the 44th District Court in Royal Oak was the backdrop for Governor Gretchen Whitmer signing the red flag gun law today. Those impacted by violence sharing their emotional stories in front of the crowd, including heavy hitters like former Congresswoman Gabby Giffords. Then I got a chance to speak with the governor one-on-one inside the courthouse about the importance of this day. What does it mean to you to sign the red flag gun law today?
Well, it's a sign that we are taking very seriously the opportunity to make improvements in Michigan law that will hopefully keep people safer. This in combination with the secure storage, which I signed about a month ago, as well as background checks. These are policies that are overwhelmingly supported by Michiganders, overwhelmingly supported by gun owners.
Do you feel that Michigan is leading the way in gun reform at this point?
I think so. We have spent some time with Gabby Giffords, who is just an incredible person, having turned a tragedy into a cause of her life, and giving voice to why this is important and making a seat at the table for people. This isn't a Republican or Democratic issue. This isn't about the private sector or the public sector. This is about all of our safety. This is about every parent who's worried when they drop their child off at school and wants to know that they're going to be able to pick them up at the end of the school day, or they'll come home on the bus. And so this is about every one of us.
So is that your answer when Republicans say, no, 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 you're taking away my rights, you're trying to take away my guns, you're invading my privacy, this is not right?
The overwhelming majority of gun owners support these actions. They recognize a gun is an instrument that can be used to inflict incredible harm and loss of life. And so making sure that the people who have access to guns are not a threat to themselves or to others is a reasonable step to take.
We saw Oxford, we saw MSU, we've seen shootings across the country, but what do you think spearheaded the movement right now? Because you're doing so much.
I think we're seeing day in, day out, the toll of gun violence playing out in this country every single day. It's undeniable. It's hit very close to home for many of us, right? From Oxford to Michigan State to gun violence that plays out every day in this country. And so that and new legislative leadership who is more reflective of where the people are on this issue, I think is why now is a new moment.
A lot of people were on hand for that signing. The governor says these gun laws are supported by the majority of people who live here in Michigan, including gun owners. And while there are those who give pushback, she says her ultimate goal is simply to keep people safe here in Michigan. But another law signed, so
just part of a big raft of laws around gun legislation.
Absolutely, so 1, 2, 3, and so some people, well, a lot of people for it, and some people against it always. But bottom line, that gun reform is moving forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it makes a difference. Thanks, Carolyn.